I was also thinking it'd be kind of fun if we had our own little online dating profile situations where we talked about what we liked.
Sure.
You know, who we are as people, what we're looking for.
Our hobbies.
In the Fundamental Sky 6 helicopter, we got Dan Fury. Dan, what do you got for us?
Hey guys, I'm in the helicopter just looking down over this beautiful city of ours. All these little people out there looking for love.
Anyone out there
Where are we gonna find it?
look like they're on a date?
Lots of J dates today.
Online date, a lot of J dates out there. Couple farmers in the cart. How'd they meet? We should get a little drone helicopter and have like the fundamentals on the street. and
What are we gonna do with a drone helicopter?
just like act like we have a helicopter and with a camera, and we'll record stuff and then just kind of comment what's
Just
going
do
on.
commentary.
Yeah. Oh, we got a bike coming to a red light.
Put it up on YouTube.
Oh, blue right. They're running the reds and killing peds. Okay, we're gonna follow this asshole. All right, let's just lay
Okay.
down.
Who are we? What do we do here?
Let's knock out the park here.
I'm Martin Wallace.
I'm Darren McCarthy.
And I'm Dan Fury. And this is The Fundamentals.
There we are.
Yeah.
So what are we talking about today?
Online dating.
Online dating.
Mm-hmm.
Is anybody doing it? You doing it?
Lots of
not,
people do
no.
Are you doing it?
No, I'm not doing it.
You're not doing it?
Not doing
Has anyone ever done it?
Ever?
Ever?
I've never done it.
it. I had a relationship that started online, but it was before.
Scandalous.
We can go into that later, but
I want to hear about it now.
okay. This was years ago. She lived in Texas, which is not where we live.
No.
It's quite a ways away. Met her through a friend. We started talking online. AOL Instant Messenger.
Oh, yeah.
If you remember.
AIM.
Mhm.
Yeah.
This was a while ago.
What was your screen name?
Dan Fury. Yeah, with an X on either
There you
side.
go. Yeah,
Metal. Yeah.
What was hers?
Metal Cutie.
Oh, match made in
Yeah.
Two
heaven.
X's. Yeah.
Straight edge.
No, she wasn't.
Damn.
So we started talking on the phone. Let's see, about 5 months later, I was on a Greyhound bus to Texas.
Whoa.
Wow.
3 days.
3 days of
3 days
Greyhound.
on the bus.
Ugh.
That is torture.
Fell in
Through
love.
Texas?
And we were together for almost 3 years. To this day, we're still really close friends.
You guys talk to each other on the internet?
Yes.
That's cool.
She's still in
did,
Texas.
did you move to Texas and live
No.
there? Okay.
Almost.
So it was long distance
Mhm.
relationship. Okay.
But on the way there, on the Greyhound, there was this guy who was on the way to Utah to meet the person he was going to marry that he had never met before. And they had met over the
What?
phone on Live Links, I think it was
Whoa.
back then.
That's like a pre-internet service
Pretty
dating.
much pre-online dating thing. They were going to get married.
Wow.
Wow.
And he was meeting her for the first time. And he was talking to everyone on the bus. And we watched him get off the bus and walk to her and meet for the first time. It was very interesting.
Special moment.
They were an odd match, to say the least. But
She was a horse.
I hope they're doing just great. But no, I've never gone on a date with someone from like a dating website.
Thinking, what are the odds that two people are on the same Greyhound going to meet a person they never actually met?
One relationship had started over Live Links and the other
and was
over
like-
AOL Instant
Yeah.
Messenger.
Did I just make this up, or did you say they were getting married?
Oh, yeah.
That's huge. It's a big commitment.
Yep.
With
Yeah.
a stranger.
They'd already made that commitment
Mhm.
just totally based on personality, I guess. Which is
Must have
kind
been
of cute.
some riveting phone calls.
Yeah.
Really interesting talks, I bet.
He was a strange guy, though. He was one of those guys that was talking the whole time to anyone.
You think he had a screw loose?
A little bit. He was talking about he was a cook. He went to Le Cordon Bleu.
Oh,
And
Prove it.
right?
yeah.
Where's your paperwork?
Isn't that just ham and chicken? That's not really a big deal.
Things of cheese in there too.
A little bit
Swiss.
of cheese.
It's like a chicken stuffed with ham and
I don't know.
Put it on some bread.
But I was starting to think that maybe he
My
was
mom
totally
used to make
bullshitting
that.
about meeting this person. But
No, but you saw him.
yeah, so
See, in my head, I just see like kind of a bald man prancing up and down the aisles, like just telling whoever that he's on his way to getting married.
love. Any experience, Darren?
none. And actually, I was thinking today, even if I was single, I guess I've had a few long-term relationships. I
Mhm.
mean, I guess if I looked at the last 10, 15 years, it'd be an average of I think at least like a year and a half typically, and then some that were just kind of like 3-6 months. So then I guess there weren't a lot of long gaps in between relationships. Maybe a year and a half would be about the longest kind of time I wasn't really in a relationship. But even then, I don't think it would never occur to me. I don't really have an opinion kind of one way or another on online dating at all. It's just like it would never occur to me, or I would never think about it.
Yeah.
I had a conversation today kind of thinking about that, and then in preparation for this, and one of my coworkers was talking about, well, yeah, my sister did this one website and then had a relationship that lasted 6 months, and so she was off that website and went to another website. Like she started with eHarmony, then she went to Match after that first relationship fizzled out, and then it was another relationship, and then after that she was off that second website, and then ended up in like the classified ads in like the back of papers, like newspapers,
old school.
magazine. Yeah, and I was thinking that like it.
That's no way to meet.
And I think that's like how she meets people. Which I don't know. I guess if it works for her and she meets someone, that's great. But
yeah, in that case, you don't even see what they look like.
It's just so not even on my radar.
You just have like this tiny little box, and you just have to like go meet someone for a picnic or something, and
Yeah.
they're just somebody who put an ad through the newspaper, which is probably a process.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm also fairly, I think very comfortable being alone. I love being in love, and I love having a partner and a relationship, and
You have a sweetheart now, right?
I have a very sweetheart, very very much a sweetheart, and yeah, I can't imagine not being in this relationship.
Mm-hmm.
But if for whatever reason I end up alone, I just don't think
You still wouldn't
I
think to do it?
I don't think it, like, even if someone like said, "Oh, you should try online dating," it'd be kind of, that's not even a thing to me. I don't know, but it clearly is.
Yeah,
to millions of people. Yeah, I don't know. It was just kind of a strange thought I had today about this.
And Martin?
No. Although in middle school, I was on AIM, and I was talking
Screen
to
name?
My balls are burning.
No,
Yeah.
with a Z, balls with a Z.
I don't remember. I don't think so. I wasn't really into that.
You weren't into balls.
No, I liked to offend the parents of the kids I was talking to.
Mm-hmm.
Thought that was funny.
Who is this little jerk?
Yeah. There were people who like wouldn't talk to me because of that, because their parents would come into the room, and I don't know, thought that was funny. Anyway, I was talking to some girl that I'd never met from a different school, and she wanted to meet at the mall. And so I agreed to do that. And once I got to the mall, I realized I would have no way of finding her.
Right.
So I just walked around the mall, and then I went home.
And got on AIM and
said,
"What are you wearing today?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the closest I ever got.
Cool. So my assumption is that since the advent of public internet, people meeting people online for dating or otherwise, this probably came fairly soon after that.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it was organized or not.
It was like one of the main parts of the internet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I think beyond just dating, I think you could kind of trace the internet. Like, it's revolutionized the way people do everything.
Everything.
Not only like dating. And dating, it's like if in the 80s or even in the very early 90s, before the internet was remotely what it is today, if you would ask people, what do you think will change? I think the way people meet people would be up there.
For sure.
Be a top 10 kind of response.
Yeah, Match.com was founded in 1993.
Mm-hmm.
No way.
Yeah, and it went live in 95, but it was essentially just an online version of a newspaper classified ad.
Man, they were on the ball.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that guy got the rights to Match.com, to Sex.com, which he just sold for like $13 million.
Oh, wow. That's a no-brainer.
Yeah, he just started off by getting all the domain names, which is super, super smart. And they're one of the big ones, of course, Match.com.
Yeah.
Are they the biggest, you think? Or is it eHarmony?
No, Match is 21 million. 21.5 million. eHarmony is 15.5 million. Annual revenue from the online dating industry, 1.2 billion.
Makes
That's
sense.
a lot.
So Match.com and eHarmony, they're both paid services, right?
Yes.
Yeah. You have to fill out 400 questions for eHarmony.
400?
I don't have 400 answers.
I read some
They're on
of them
400
too. They're
yeah.
just ridiculous.
They're
At
on
first, they
400
start
things
out
about me.
pretty,
You can't even be active online before you have 400 questions answered?
and the best part is after you fill out the questionnaire, they might just deny you.
Why?
For a bunch of reasons. One of them is because they determine that you're depressed.
Oh my gosh.
Whoa.
That's
Great.
not fair.
Because eHarmony was started by a psychologist.
Is that the guy in the commercials?
No, it can't be because this guy's 80 years old.
He's pretty old.
The guy in the commercials is
He's
80.
pretty old.
Does he look 80? I thought
Yeah.
I put him in
I don't know about
60s.
80s,
No,
maybe.
he has his granddaughter in some of the ads. Which what are you doing there?
What are you doing?
This is how I got her.
Yeah, To Catch a Predator. I mean eHarmony.
Yeah. Neil Clark Warren.
Yeah,
He's a clinical psychologist and a marriage counselor, and he had a theory that certain characteristics can predict compatibility and lead to more satisfying relationships. Apparently, he was really mad because
That is the guy in the commercials.
is it?
Mhm.
Wow. So when he was a kid, his parents were married for like 70 years, but even when he was a young child, he saw that they were very incompatible.
Hmm.
They didn't communicate very well, and it upset him. And it was mostly because his mother was very sweet, but significantly less intelligent than his father. And so he believes in getting all this compatibility stuff taken care of first and then falling in love and having children, which seems to work.
With 400 questions, you might be able to get close, I guess.
average length of courtship for marriages that met online is 18.5 months. Average length of courtship for marriages that met offline is 42 months.
A year and a half? That's quick.
That is pretty quick. And
Not if you're in love.
not if you're in love. And percent of people who believe in love at first sight is 71%.
Wow.
So that's definitely, I don't know. There's kind of, I look at those three statistics and I take away a couple of things. So if your average length of courtship for marriages that met online is 18.5 months and you had to fill out 400 questions that matched you with someone who's really compatible, wow, it really worked.
Yeah.
It only took you guys 18 months to get married.
But what kind of statistics could we possibly have at this point on how long those marriages last?
I think there might be, I think I do have that. I'll see if I can find it. But
They
I'm
last
also,
forever.
They last forever.
It's marriage.
Guaranteed.
But I'm looking at the 71% of people who believe in love at first sight.
Yeah.
And then I think, well, you're going into this kind of maybe
Very optimistic.
projecting
Yeah.
your optimism. Or, it's you're just people that are really compatible and your marriage,
Yeah.
it takes you guys 18 months to get married.
I mean, I'm sure you meet people online that you would otherwise never happenstance
Yeah.
meet.
And also, how many questions do you think you answer on a first date? How many days do you
None.
think it would take to answer 400
Right.
questions?
It'd take a while.
It would take a while.
Do you even have 400 questions to ask?
No, it's pretty much like favorite movie, and then that's it.
Yeah.
Favorite movie?
I'm
That
sold.
should do it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Employment?
You have a job?
You have a job?
That's good.
It's great. What's more important on a first date? Personality is 30%. Smile and looks is 23%. Sense of humor is 14%. And then career and education is 10%. Kind of, well, that's also what's reported. I was kind of surprised by that.
Yeah.
Personality,
I can see up there. But personality and sense of humor kind of go together for me.
You're looking at the next type of hair color. Is that
Yeah.
the next one?
Yeah.
Silly.
I love that bald comes in twice as popular as gray.
Really?
Yeah.
Twice as popular.
Yeah. Being
At
bald
only 8%, though.
at only 8%.
Gray's sitting at 4%.
Yeah.
But that's most attracted.
Yeah.
Like, how many people are just like most attracted to gray hair?
Yeah.
It's not saying like it's fine. I'll deal with it. I'll
Yeah.
love you anyway. But it really gets me excited that you have gray hair. Like, I can't date you otherwise.
I love it.
I have a thing.
I have a thing.
Everybody has a thing.
But then there's like plenty of people who go bald by style. There's a Friends episode about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure there is, yeah.
Mhm.
So Match.com started as a dating website in 1995, but
Yeah.
it doesn't seem like it was really a real big thing until, 10 years ago? It seems really big in the last 7, 8 years.
It's been like slowly growing, but I think it's just become more accepted,
Yeah.
That's
more
true.
like open.
I remember it being kind of taboo to say we met online.
But I think it also is hard to follow just because what we were talking about earlier, the internet has made everything easier, and the internet's also become easier to access and circumnavigate. So it's just kind of grown with that.
Yeah.
Now you can have it on the phone.
Oh, yeah. Now there are
You know,
very specific applications for that. We should talk about those. What's up with Tinder?
Yeah.
I've only seen it.
Yeah.
It looks
I've seen people use it.
looks very interesting. I understand why it's popular.
We had a nice lady who met her current boyfriend on Tinder.
Yeah.
This is funny. Oh,
Super
God.
funny.
This is ridiculous.
Okay,
All right.
so you are currently living with someone, and this relationship started on it.
Yes. Specifically, our relationship started on Tinder, which, as we all know, is the online dating app. So the story goes is I just moved here to Portland from San Francisco area. And my friends down in San Francisco, for the most part, are huge proponents of Tinder. So they really supported me in joining it. I moved here to Portland not knowing anybody, and so I thought that it would be a good way to just meet people in general. And so that's what I did for the most part. I met men and women within a close vicinity, and went on a few dates, went on some hikes, went for coffee. I met with people during the day as a safety precaution, and I would always chat with them before. I always met with people who I had similar interests with. Went on a few dates. I went to a couple museums, went up to Mount Hood, and then one night I had doubled up one day on some dates, if you will, and doubled up, which is
Just in
ridiculous.
case, I guess.
Which is absolutely ridiculous. During the day, I went and saw an exhibit at I think it's the Museum of Modern Art in Portland, in the park blocks, and then in the evening, I met up for some drinks with one person in particular that I was actually interested in meeting in a dating way. We went for drinks, hit it off. He was really interesting intellectually, and he had a great story. And we hit it off, we made out. It was kind of the end of it. Yeah, that night. Yeah. I want to say that he was the only one that I actually hooked up with. Yeah.
How long have you guys been together?
So now we've been together for over a year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and we live together.
Story? Yeah.
Yeah, I
Wow.
know, and I don't know, and it's interesting. It's great to do this because I'm really interested in the statistics of success of Tinder, although I don't know how to define success, if it's sleeping together or if success is
It kind of depends on what you're looking
fruitful
for.
relationship.
I
Yeah,
guess.
absolutely. And I ironically wasn't looking for either of that. I got both.
Yeah.
In one swipe,
That's
I got
right.
both.
Yeah, that's
I took a few swipes.
One swipe,
It took
yeah.
a few swipes, but I got there. I don't know if that says more as to what my standards are or how reliable the application is, but I had no experience online dating, and the reason
major websites.
no, nothing. OkCupid, Christian Mingles. I had no prior account. And I used Tinder because it was so easy.
Just more convenient, I guess.
It's convenient.
It's really convenient. Yeah.
It's super, super convenient. God, it's all in a swipe. It's ridiculous. And it's funny because it's so it has this premise of like judgment, not even on personality, but on like pictures solely. Yeah.
Once you kind of get the shallowness out of the way, it opens up for whatever's next there, which is trying to find like a genuine connection.
Yeah.
And not just because we've already done that.
Yeah.
So.
And I feel like that's a huge part of Tinder is like you have to overlook that kind of shallow facade before you, and you have to accept it. Yeah.
Well, it's nice to hear like a really positive story about it.
Yeah. And I know people have awful stories.
Well, you are our first one, so thank you so much.
Yeah.
We don't know yet. We're taking a small sample.
Thank you guys. Yeah.
By the way, that was an intro into the interview that we're going to plug
gonna
in
be
there.
good.
See how I did that?
That was smooth.
Thanks.
Really nice.
Except when all this is just going over it.
This is
We'll just keep going.
It'd be really annoying.
Just mix it right in.
I'm going to rattle off a couple lies
Cool.
and deceptions. So on average, people are 2 inches shorter in real life than their profile suggests,
Really?
I'm 6'6".
which comes in.
I'm 7'2".
Gross.
Apparently, taller people have more sexual partners.
That's probably just because who's the NBA player that slept with like
It's
3,000
Kareem.
women?
Meta World Peace,
No.
Kobe Bryant.
Wilt Chamberlain.
Was it Chamberlain?
It was
Yeah.
Will Chamberlain.
Yeah. He's distorting that average.
Yeah. He totally
It's him
skewed the
alone.
stats.
He banged a lot of girls.
Yeah. People are 20% poorer than they say they are. Okay.
You're telling us actual facts about lies.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whoa.
Just to be sure.
Weird.
Whoa. The more attractive the picture, the more likely it is to be out of date.
That has to be true.
That has to be true.
I don't know.
I'm-
Some people get more attractive with age.
Or just like right now as opposed to when I was all made up and had a picture taken.
Right.
Yeah.
6 years ago.
Yeah.
And I don't know, what are you going to do? Like use your webcam? It'll look real good sitting there looking like an idiot trying to figure out like where it is. You know how that goes.
You know.
A 50-year-old man's photo would be around 500 days old, while a 20-year-old man's photo would be
Like a
around
week.
200 days old.
What?
Hold on.
Wait
So
a minute.
The older man is using an older
Well, yeah, I get
photograph,
that.
right? Yeah.
Why would a 20-year-old hold on to a photo for almost a year?
Well, it'd be like probably like a Facebook profile picture.
Well, sentimental reasons.
Yeah.
That was a really good party. That was really fun.
A really good party.
It's a picture of me and my ex-girlfriend. I cut her out.
Pretty good beer pong.
Yeah. It was at her sister's wedding. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's
a bitch.
she's crazy.
Dude, she's so crazy.
I'm afraid of my feelings, so she's crazy.
I'm afraid of my feelings.
I'm afraid of looking in the mirror and what I might see, so she must be nuts.
She's the worst.
God.
Fucking 20-year-olds.
20-year-olds, man. Yeah.
Who needs them?
My crazy high school girlfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah, my ex, 20 years old. She's crazy. No.
No?
You're
You're just 20.
just 20. I don't know how we got on that. Oh, yeah, the picture.
Anyway.
80% of self-identified bisexuals are only interested in one gender.
That's a lie.
This has to be true. I do have an OkCupid account at the moment.
The truth comes out.
But I have not met anyone through it.
Have you contacted or been contacted?
Yeah.
Obviously.
Obviously.
I mean,
you tell
I
them
have
what?
to cover my bases.
Will you tell them what you've been doing?
I've been using
You've been
the app
cannibalizing
incorrectly.
women.
No, I've been
Oh.
using it completely the wrong way.
It's true. Like in the
Well,
exact
they've kind of-
opposite way.
Like he just turns his phone off and doesn't look at it
No.
and just shouts at it from across the room.
So they've updated the app to kind of work like Tinder. You swipe this way to say no, swipe this way to say yes.
Yeah.
I thought if you just swiped them away, that meant no.
You've been erasing people from.
I've been saying
The realm of
yes to
possibility.
a lot of people that I did.
All the
Not
ones that he
mean
wanted to
to.
say no to, he's just, yeah.
Yeah, check me out.
What?
And I
I-
went through those.
I
Took a
finally
look at some of
realized
them.
this,
Yeah.
and I had to go on like a bunch
How
of
many
people.
times?
Like 100.
It took him like an hour and a half last night, and I just left.
Oh my God.
Still going.
Yeah.
Some real winners in there, though. I
But
don't know what
anyway,
he was
a lot
thinking.
of I see a lot of girls there that identify as bisexual when I just have my doubts about that.
Mm-hmm.
Is it above straight? Is it like a lazy thing, you think? They just like don't want to...
Maybe.
So this,
I don't know.
the
Maybe
stat I have
go
here
both ways.
is 12% of women under 35 on OkCupid self-identify as bi.
25%?
12%.
Oh.
However, only
that up.
about 1 in 4 of those women is actually into both guys and girls. I think
How did they figure that out? Did they go in there and prod around?
surveys. And now we get on the fundamentals Skycopter 6. Out in the field. Martin, what do you got out there?
I imagine some girls might think that
Definitely not into me.
guys would find that attractive. Like, oh,
Yeah, I could see...
Kissed a girl and I liked it kind of situation.
I could, and I could see just putting that out there, man or woman, to kind of you're trying to suggest that you are comfortable with your sexuality, other people's sexuality.
Yeah. I'm open.
You're open to new things, and it might also just be you're just trying to maybe bluster yourself up a little bit. It's a confidence thing. You're trying to come across as confident.
By the way, this is all research. I don't actually use OkCupid.
No.
Well, not the way.
Clearly. I mean, obviously not the way it's intended to be used.
No, with all these woof woofs you've been saying yes to.
Bro, I could show you. Yeah.
It's hilarious.
A minefield.
A couple of them were dudes. Because they do this. There's this quick match feature. So it shows you, it's supposed to show you people that you're matched with.
Uh-huh.
So you can look at them and say, oh yeah, interesting, or no. A lot of the times they're like a 0% match. It doesn't work at all.
Right.
Like
And some
90%
of them are
of them
dudes.
where it's just not a thing in common.
Yeah.
These people just wanted to
Literally 0%.
they wanted to go to the aquarium and do things that he would never want to do.
Mm-mm.
No aquarium?
I just made that up. It was just,
Oh.
But like if you were so into the aquarium that you wrote it down as first thing on your match profile, I'm out.
And I'm like, see
Yeah.
animals?
You know,
No.
Never.
because I'll take
They
a trip
swim
there,
around
but
their
like
own poop.
once a year, and that's like if you get me out of bed.
To the aquarium at a zoo?
Yeah, but like I'll go check it out, but like I'm not gonna go like you're like 4 or 5 days a week kind of aquarium goer.
Ah, man.
Goes to the aquarium.
People get passes. I don't know. People love octopuses,
Animal trainers.
octopi.
See you at the aquarium after work? All right.
It's happy hour.
Usual time?
It's happy hour.
Sushi at the aquarium? I plucked your brain
Sashimi?
like the cannibal cup.
Damn it.
Oh, he's on fire.
Ah.
All right, give me more facts about lies.
That was the last one I had
Well, we're-
immediately.
So let's go back
shit.
to my question.
Yeah.
Which is, what other very popular websites and or applications do we have for this kind of thing?
Well, it's kind of a joke, but Farmers Only has kind of become, I guess it's out there.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard of it.
You've heard of it? I mean, yeah, I think.
So there's Match, eHarmony, OkCupid, Plenty of Fish is the other like big free one.
I've never heard of that one.
I hadn't either until this, but in talking to people, a bunch of people had heard of it
Yeah.
that are into, because it's free,
Yeah.
I bet,
Yeah.
is why. It has like, as those all got so over flooded with people, those little like smaller market ones showed up.
Yeah.
Your J Dates,
J-Date.
Black People Meet, Christian
People
Mingle, Black Christian Mingle.
Ooh,
Yeah.
good one.
Really narrow that one down.
Niche.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can
couple,
get
couple
some
Indian
people
ones.
are looking very specifically
Yeah.
for somebody. So.
It seems like there's from what I see, there's tiers though. There's like the sites like eHarmony and Match, and
I'm sure there's plenty of tiers.
but
Mhm.
there's so many tiers. But
Nice.
you know, like the ones that are advertising kind of just it's a football game, and then there's a commercial for eHarmony.
Yeah.
You know, that's a lot different than
The
like,
Super Bowl eHarmony commercial.
yeah, it's a lot different than Tinder or Grindr.
Yeah.
Even Plenty of Fish.
Mhm.
So I feel like there's kind of like there's the market of we're going to find you your spouse.
Husband and a wife. Yeah. Or we're going to find you
or you're
someone
gonna
to
hook
bone
up.
down
Mhm.
with.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got your adult friend finder.
Oh, I forgot about
Pretty
that
big
one.
one.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh, yeah.
How many people are on that? Let's take a look.
Find that out, please.
Adult Friend Finder has 30 million registered users.
Holy shit.
Mm-hmm. OkCupid only has 5 million. Poor OkCupid. Plenty of Fish has 40 million registered users.
No shit.
Yeah.
I have never heard of that in my life.
One of the most popular dating sites in the United States, Canada, United Kingdom, and Brazil.
Wow.
You come across Ashley Madison?
I just saw that name.
That
What's going
seems
on there?
familiar.
They advertise. You probably would have. You may have thought it was like a jewelry company or perfume.
Ooh,
It's
seems
for-
scandalous.
Ooh.
Married people to have affairs.
Oh.
With almost 18 million registered users.
Wow.
It's a lot of jewelry.
It's a lot of perfume. It's like kind of the antithesis of eHarmony and Match. It's like
Kinda.
It's like, oh, so
Already married? Want some more?
you got married through Match.com, eHarmony? Do you want to have an affair through Ashley Madison?
Maybe that's what's keeping them all together.
Yeah.
Is that a paid one?
Are they addicted? Is it like an addiction to online
I
dating?
gotta meet more
I gotta
people.
meet more people.
Ashley Madison is partially free. Everything is free about it until you start messaging other users.
Well,
and
that's
it
kind of the
costs
point.
money. So they call it a partial pay-for-service situation.
Mhm.
I'm looking at a Wikipedia list of like comparison guide to a bunch of sites. One I didn't notice before is Anastasia Date, and the description is connects Western men with women from Russia and former Soviet republics.
Ooh. Yeah.
4 million registered users.
Nice. I mean, you can either search for someone or you can just pay for someone to come
Yeah.
be your wife. So I think I told you guys about this, but for the listeners, there is a movie called ChristianMingle.com, the movie, starring Lacey Chabert. Party of 5.
Did Tom Brady date her?
I don't think so.
Inside joke. No one will get that.
Oh, it's definitely going to be in there somewhere.
Why
Damn it.
Why did they make that movie?
Oh, I have no idea.
So I'm assuming Christian Mingle footed the bill.
Yep.
Right.
Produced by Christian
Christian Mingle. Okay. All right. So it's an extended ad. It's not like oh man, I've got this Oscar-winning idea for a movie.
By the way, it's not ChristianMingle.com, the movie, but Christian Mingle.
Yeah, that would be ridiculous.
ChristianMingle.com.
I wish it
the
was.
movie.
Yeah.
2.
More mingling.
Mingle again.
Keep mingling.
Oh man, it's like a walk to remember, but not
It's
nearly
a
as
mingle.
sad.
It's a mingle to remember.
Oh my god.
But it's a real thing. We should probably watch it.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm not doing anything tonight. Are you asking me on a date?
Yep.
Save room for the Holy Ghost, guys. It's Christian Mingle.
Save a little room.
Save a little
Okay.
space.
Okay.
Not too close.
Percent of women who have sex on the first online dating encounter, 33%.
No shit.
Well, it sounds like you have a 1 in 3 chance to get lucky. So just start swiping.
On OkCupid?
Well, you got a 33% chance.
Okay.
Yeah.
And there's a 10% chance that person will be a sex offender.
Yeah.
But you might be getting cheated on too, because the percent of people who say they have dated more than one person simultaneously is 53%.
Wow.
Do you know when a woman's desirability online peaks?
No.
21 years old.
21.
Do you know when a man's does?
That like you
Let me
have,
guess. 25.
It doesn't say.
You know, because I don't.
I don't know.
Wow.
But it does say that at 26, women have more online pursuers than men. But by 48, men have twice as many online pursuers as women.
We got 20% of current committed relationships began online. So 1 in 5 relationships, and 17% of the marriages in the last year started with.
I imagine that's just going to keep going up.
I feel like it's going to table out though at some point. I don't ever see a time
No,
where it's like
all gonna be on
100%,
the computer.
or even maybe someday like 2/3, maybe in our lifetime. But
Well, it's never going to be 100%, but
I like to think in the future that everything is on the internet.
yeah, I guess there is actually.
So it will just be totally online.
Yeah,
well, there's something to being able to not only see a person, but get a general idea of who at least they say that they are,
right.
what they're into. And you can be like, that's kind of interesting to me. Maybe we'll talk. Or that's not what I want.
I prefer like a matrix situation where I just kind of get fed all the necessary
Nutrients you need.
nutrients while I sit in like a
Virtual
jello
reality.
tube, and then I just experience, pleasure.
That's your ideal life.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're headed that way.
Well, yeah,
The internet's just the first step towards the matrix.
I do think that as the internet and technology become more and more ubiquitous as a huge part of our lives, it'll probably end up being like, that's just what you do.
Yeah.
Because you think that stat's probably based just on matchmaking websites. But how many people do you think like have relationships that have sort of come together because of like Facebook or other social media situations?
Yeah,
MySpace.
I do know some people that I know some people.
But we don't really count that.
Yeah, that's not really.
But your ability to, even like with cell phones, like your ability to text, like you're able now to have so many more conversations and get to know people so much closer.
Without being in person.
Yeah. And even if it isn't through something like, Adult Friend Finder or your Tinder or your, chemistry.
Yeah.
I think all that kind of comes into play too. And that's all internet stuff.
Yeah.
AOL Instant Messenger.
Yep.
You guys remember AOL chat rooms?
Yeah.
I remember lots of chat rooms.
I remember
Late 90s.
not knowing what a lot of like the LOL and like all that.
What are you saying?
It took me a long time because it was kind of embarrassing to ask, like, what the fuck are you? Why are you?
What does that mean?
And
What language is
because
this?
I felt it kind of felt like everyone had been doing it their entire lives when everyone had been doing it for about 4 minutes.
Mhm.
But I was like, shit, I missed a day at school or something. Like
Didn't get the memo.
I didn't know
way
we had
behind.
homework. I didn't know.
What is ASL?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Those are the important questions.
Those are the really important questions.
Let's get
Let's
those
start
out of the
there.
way. Yeah. As someone online, I need to know your gender, how old you are, and exactly where you are
live.
before we talk.
Exactly where you are right now.
Because I am 12.
This is
I'm
only going to work for me if
at
I
my
can
parents'
drive
house.
to where you are.
And I'm not allowed off the street. So if you don't live on my block, we're probably not going to meet up.
Like, as a kid, it didn't seem so odd to me to go into the AOL chat rooms and find the one that said alone at home because I was.
Yeah.
And go in there and
You're honest.
I was, yeah. I was just alone at home, and I sat there and I saw what all these other alone at home people were talking to each other about, and it changed me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet.
I spent a lot of time in there learning about what
people
a
do
lot of
home
lonely
alone.
men wanted.
I wonder how many relationships started on chat roulette.
A lot of weird
Ooh.
ones.
Probably.
No, that's a tough one because that's like a worldwide kind of thing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I don't
Completely
know, but
random.
I bet it has. Somebody just pops up and you just, well, that's it. I love your mask.
Have you done that? Chat
No.
roulette? No. Have you?
Done what?
Chat roulette?
Yeah, but not sober.
Right. I think my dad did it because he thinks that's the funniest thing in the world.
See, that's the thing is I would have just, inebriated, stumbled upon your father.
Yeah.
There's a good chance I've talked to your dad.
Yeah. And I'm certain that he was
Did he have his dick out?
hammered. I mean, it's Saturday night? He's drunk. What do you think?
Wasn't
That's
in
just-
January.
Yeah, it wasn't January.
That seems like the most common thing
Dicks
that
out.
you see on chat roulette.
It's either that or you just see people just clicking whatever the next is.
Or, no, I don't want to talk to you. Definitely don't want to talk to you.
Just blank stares. Oh,
Who's got their dick out?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I want to talk to.
It's me.
man.
But I sit like this to the computer with my back to it.
Yeah.
So they don't know.
You can't see my dick.
I just forget it's on. Yeah.
But you can see my little bum.
I'm doing other stuff.
Yeah, if you stumble across Martin, you're gonna see just a man with his little bum. He's looking over his shoulder,
His
just
little bum.
winking at you.
I normally I just put it on while I read.
Yeah,
I just say I read.
you should read out loud. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think that's the best way to meet people, but I suppose if you're a match on chat roulette, it's probably fate. I mean, there's a lot of gambling going into that particular situation.
yeah,
A lot.
yeah. I don't know. I think it's staggering the amount of people that are on meeting potentially, even just for a short period of their life, like a partner, and not even a marriage, but like just a short relationship, kind of digitally, like that. That's pretty impressive, I think, or kind of staggering.
Yeah.
Do you want me to just tell you what I think about online dating, or I think that if you were to kind of, lay it all out there as a case study, I think online dating is optimal because you are stripping down all the bullshit and just getting right into it. Does it work? It really depends on who you are. I think if you're looking for a long-term partner, it probably won't. I think that online dating is largely the byproduct, of this generation. We want everything faster, and we want everything tailor-made to who we are specifically. But in reality, things like that, you might rush into something because a website has told you that somebody's a perfect match. But I think a website can only go so far,
Do you think there's a downside to the thought that dating has been turned into a marketplace, some place where you're selling yourself and you're buying what somebody else is selling?
Yeah. I mean, I think that I think that dating is just it's a big deal, and it's pretty important to a lot of people. I can't really tell you an alternative. I mean, I don't know. I mean, because I overheard, going to a bar. I mean, how is it any different? And I don't know the answer to that question. But I mean, every online dating experience I've ever, been party to somehow, somebody had the wrong expectations, one party or the other, and invariably it just wound up.
It's easy to misrepresent yourself.
It is easy to misrepresent yourself, and other people can misrepresent themselves, and
Or misinterpret.
yeah.
Well, I suppose you want to share any stories that you've heard.
My
third party?
A third party known to me. You might say she's looking for her husband on these sites. In my mind, and to be fair, this is just the judgment that I've formed. Nobody's told me this. It was just sort of.
She's
like
not looking for that summer
pins,
fling.
just getting knocked down again and again and again. Just setting herself up for it, and it's and I think that's when online dating can be treacherous. I think if you're looking for a fling, it's probably pretty great because you have somebody right there in front of you. You don't have to feel bad turning them down because they'll never know. And that's all I have to say about that.
Thank you.
I don't really see how this will never not be a thing from now on. Like we're never gonna
For sure.
live in a society in this country, at least, that people
One
aren't.
day you'll people look back and be like, how did you
ever meet someone?
Yeah.
You had to get to know them. You had to meet up in person.
just
and
randomly meet someone and hope? Darren,
We harmonizing?
I think so.
I can't believe you said no to me on OK Cupid.
Can't believe you swiped
I-
left.
He's about to get so many emails from girls he just doesn't like.
Well, here's the thing. When I was going through to do the unliking,
Mm-hmm.
you have to visit their profile. So I got a lot of visitors from the people that I was unliking because you can see when somebody looks at your profile.
You have a tagline to the podcast on your profile, don't you? So that they can, even if it's not a
I have a
match,
link
you're
to
not
our
gonna.
podcast. I do.
Oh,
Yeah.
perfect.
Yep.
That's really good because even if you don't fall in love,
I should just message some people and be like, "Hey, we're doing a podcast on online dating
You should bribe them and take them out on a date if they
with
subscribe.
microphones."
If they subscribe and
no, don't
leave a
bring them
comment.
into this. Just
No,
let them listen.
We're bringing them into this.
Let's
I
shoot
think
the
that'd be a
numbers
great
up.
experiment.
We should all get on Match.com. Just start plugging the
I'm not paying for
fundamentals.
that stuff.
Are you on one of the free ones? You cheap bastard.
Yeah, it's called.
That's
OK
why you
Cupid.
haven't found anyone.
Oh, I forgot.
There's no metrics.
OK Cupid does have a paid tier though.
You should get
If
on
you
that.
want certain,
You
parts
might
of it.
find
No, I'm
love.
definitely not going to do that.
I have a really funny story about an online date.
Great.
I don't want to hear it.
Okay. Let's play some clips. From the Fundamental Skycopter 6. This is Darren McCarthy. I'm looking down on a train wreck of a date. He went in for the 33%. He got the 66. Shut down at the gate. So this is when I was, oh man, yeah, definitely have to avoid using any names.
Mm-hmm.
This was a couple years ago now, I guess, when I was on tour. Did I tell you this story?
Yes.
So I was on tour. I think we'd been on the road for a while at this point. We were in, I think, in like Utah, or it was winter, somewhere really snowy and kind of just remote.
You were in a traveling show as an actor.
As an actor, yeah. We'd been on the road for a little while, like probably about a month, I would say, and we had a really tough day of driving. It was like snowy and just a long day, and we got to the hotel and we were all just kind of like, let's go out for a drink. There were 6 of us on the road, but I think only 4 of us actually went out, and there's only one bar in this tiny town. We just walk over to the bar, and one of the cast members, this comes in, one of the cast members is not from the States, and English is his second language. That's going to come in a little bit. So we get to the bar, and like we hadn't even ordered a drink yet. We just kind of sat down at the table, started taking our jackets off, and one of our cast members gets a phone call, and he says, "Oh no, yeah, it's the other door to the bar. No, yeah, the front door is actually not the front door." He just kind of explained everything because we had just had this problem, like the door was around the side. So he says, "Yeah, we just got here. It's the door on the side," and he hangs up. And one of us asks, "Oh, is that someone else who was in the show? Who maybe they decided to finally come to the bar after all?" And he, without missing a beat, says, "No, OKC." And
OKC.
there's 3 of us. I'm going to kind of set this up here. 3 of us on one side of the situation, and then there's this guy on the other. One of the 3 of us does not speak English that well, so he thinks, "Okay, see what?" And starts looking around.
Yeah.
Thinking, "Okay, see," like he's going to be shown something.
I think Oklahoma City.
Oklahoma City, the Thunder.
Where were you guys at?
Kevin Durant walked in.
Yep.
And no, we were in Utah.
That's close enough.
I think, yeah. So, me and the other guy who knew what OKC was both went, "What?"
Mm-hmm.
Thinking, surely you jest. They said, "Yeah, OKC." And in perfect timing, we all looked to the door, and what can only be described as the largest woman I've ever seen in my life walks in.
Wow.
Like a ton of makeup, a ton of Adam's apple. Walks in. So now the 2 of us are just stunned at this. And then the third guy is still looking around, and it was
Okay,
like,
see what?
if this giant in women's clothing would get out of the way, I could see what I'm supposed to be looking at. Then our 4th guy that set this up is just sitting there. Like, I think he at this point had just run to the bar to get a drink, and he's just sitting like as if this is totally normal.
Mm.
But then he gets up, gives her a hug. "Yeah, hey, how's it going?" We introduce everyone, and proceeds to have like the most awkward hour, where you could tell she was like instantly like, "I'm out of here. Why are there 4 dudes?"
Yeah.
No one ever said that.
But did he know what he was getting into?
Not necessarily. But he absolutely knew that he was inviting someone to come
Well, yeah.
with, 3 other people are
Did he
there.
understand the gravity of it?
Yeah, but
He felt the gravity of it.
did he have an idea of what this person looked like?
I
And
don't
it was
know.
not.
I don't know.
Maybe he swiped the wrong
He
way.
may have swiped the wrong way.
Maybe.
But we proceed. She was very nice. We actually ended up having, we talked to her way more than he did. And at one point, she and 2 of the guys go outside to smoke a cigarette. And me and the guy whose English is his second language are sitting there. And he looks at me, he's like, "What the hell is going on?" So I had to explain to him what was going on. And then he said, "Oh." So then we started thinking, how is he going to get out of this situation now? Like, how awkward is that? Like, you invited someone just to kind of hook up, and then had 3 people there, and like, certainly she's not interested in this. And we finished a couple of drinks, and we're like, "Okay, yeah, we're gonna go back to the hotel." And she's like, "Oh yeah, I should take off." And we're thinking, "Oh yeah, okay, done." easy peasy. And then he pipes up, well, why don't you come back to the hotel and hang out?
33%.
33%. And then he's like, oh yeah, can we get a ride? We walked. So now she's a hatchback that's the size of this table. We get in, the five of us cram into this thing, and she gives us a ride back to the hotel, and they just beeline it to his room. And an hour later, she's gone.
Was there a follow-up conversation?
No acknowledgement.
And I'm sure this kind of thing happens all the time.
And she must have thought, like, did you invite me to a gangbang?
Right.
What the fuck is this? Like, are you kidding me? You know? Like, none of that made sense to me.
It's a bold move.
It's
Just
a bold move.
Not even let you guys know.
No heads up.
Bringing a date over in a city I don't live in.
No, and not even like a, hey guys, I got someone coming. We're going to just take another table.
Yeah.
No, you're going to find out about it when she can't find the door.
Yeah. Like, and literally, and then it's just walking in.
Mm-hmm.
And all he says to explain is, okay, see. To this day, I mean, it's just like, well, first of all, my buddy just not knowing what was going on. Because, you know, I pieced it together pretty quick after he said, okay, see, the second time. And she walked in. To put yourself out there online, like your online presence is, I think, a big part of your personality, like who you are. And I don't know, it seemed like reckless and kind of insulting to, or really overlooked like her feelings, our feelings. And then meanwhile, he's just like, just sitting in the middle, kind of going, this is totally cool with me. I don't care.
This is totally cool.
That was bizarre. So that was my only online dating experience.
Thank you for that.
And I didn't even get lucky.
Well, I'd like to thank our special guests that we've interviewed and shared their own stories and thoughts.
Yeah, I think.
It's pretty rad.
I think it's important to thank them.
Couldn't have done it without you. Until next time.
I'm Martin Wallace.
I'm Darren McCarthy.
And I'm Dan Fury.
Toodaloo.
Go get a date.
I love you.
I'm part of the 10%.
Part of the 10%. Are you a 33? Are you a 71? I'm a 10.
Can't leave the house.
Online dating, where I'm a 10 means something different. Online dating, I'm a 10 means the police know about this. Online dating, I have to use the computer at the library.
You guys remember the video dating on VHS?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Way before all this, you get mailed cassettes.
Cassettes.
People just,
Oh my God.
We should have talked about this. This was a big thing.
well, it's still going.
Yeah, we are still going.
Yeah, this will be doing
It's not
the
over
theme
yet.
song, and it'll be really cool. So, like, you know, people are really there with us.
How much like soft to hardcore porn was sent through the mail person to person? Was it ever was it monitored or filtered? Like,
Well, they had like dating services. Where you would
Yeah,
go
what are you
into a
talking about? You
studio.
just
What
took
are you
this to a
talking
level.
about?
you just sending tapes of dating stuff to people?
Yeah, you'd like
Not like
you get
I film
there were
a
like
tape and I
dating
send it to
services.
someone.
Oh.
You go into like a studio, and they're like, "All right, what's your name?"
Yeah, it's like a
What do you
dating service, and then
Okay.
you would get sent like a cassette that had
My
like
question
10
still stands.
different
How
people
much
on it.
soft / hardcore porn was sent to the mail?
I'd
That's a
say
legit
about as
question.
much as possible,
Right.
whatever that number is. A lot.
Yeah.
No, remember we were watching some blooper or like funny videos online, and there was like outtakes.
Mm-hmm. Just
of
the
these
weirdest
dating
shit.
videos. Where people are just incredibly.
We're gonna
weird.
find some.
Yep, let's do it now.
Fuck. I'm so stupid. I always fuck it up. Fucking shit.
Most attractive.
My mother was right. I'm a big boy.
Oh yeah, 80s video dating montage.
Well, the graphics got me hot and bothered.
I'm in.
Okay, early to bed, early to rise makes a woman healthy, wealthy, and wise. That's why you're wiser than me. It's Stephen.
Hi, I'm Maurice. I'm an executive by day and a wild man by night.
Hi, my name's Monroe.
He's my favorite.
You've probably already noticed that I have incredibly blue eyes.
Hi, my name is Phil. Most of my friends call me Big Phil. Okay. I like to talk to people deep into the night.
I play guitar.
I'm Eitan.
Hi, I'm Fred. Hi, my name's Mike, and if you're sitting there watching this tape smoking your cigarette, well, hit the fast forward button, because I don't smoke and I don't like people who do smoke.
I'm not afraid
That
to get sand on my
mustache.
tuxedo if you're not afraid to let the wind mess your hair up a little bit when I take the top down.
Perhaps even a nice bath
This
with
shit
some
is
champagne
incredible.
and candles.
Hi, Mom.
What? I do fashion photography, and I do consider myself a refined valley dude. Okay. I'm looking for a trendy girl with a
And these people are for
simple
real.
smile.
Look at all the
Wait,
mullets.
sister,
It's
oh,
great.
excuse me.
I don't know. What I'm not looking for is some big, overgrown monster that's always thinking about food and.
Whoso binds to himself a joy, doth its winged life destroy.
I like to do a lot of sailing. I like to outdoor activities. I like climbing. I like travel.
I took a sponge ball, was pulling him out of a little girl's ear.
Vivacious. Foxy.
Looking for the goddess.
There we
Are
go.
you the goddess? Who is the goddess? The goddess is the woman, is a woman.
Is that Tom
any
Cruise?
woman, is all women.
A figure that
Ben
is
Stiller.
sexy, slim, tight, excellent legs.
25 years subscribed to both Playboy and the New Yorker magazine.
At night, I operate a damsel in distress hotline. I guess you'd call me a knight.
One of my favorite foods is
A damsel in distress hotline.
and just sugar and spice and all those things that are nice.
I like to be with people
He's sweet.
who are
He's
as
sweet.
fun and adventuresome as well.
Is into having fun.
Have fun.
I enjoy having fun, yes.
Looking for somebody who likes to have a lot of fun.
I'm looking for someone to have fun with.
Love to have a good time.
Able to have fun.
Fun and laughter.
And anything that's fun, I like to have fun.
And have a lot of fun.
Are you looking for me?
No fatties.
I want it all.
No hamsters.
I steal watches.
No dopers, no smokers, no alcoholics.
I
We
steal
don't like to write
watches?
checks. No Donna Juanitas.
We don't like to take out the garbage.
No posers.
What I'm doing right now is making a movie about World War II.
No crazies.
Santa Monica and my front porch swing.
I'm currently involved in cleaning up toxic waste.
I'm not having fun doing this.
You like cats?
Domestic violence,
That I like to wear bright socks, and I'm an avid Cleveland Browns fan.
sexual abuse,
Life is a playground, and I want somebody to play with.
all sorts of alcoholics and addicts and stuff.
Because I really have a zany sense of humor.
We probably don't like to clean the house.
My mother still writes to me regularly.
Because I average about 4 hours a night sleep.
I will cry at a commercial.
I'm interested in most phases of data processing.
Fire-breathing dragons.
Type A, I'm not. Comfortable, caring, and serious about a relationship, I am.
I'm really looking for somebody I can feel special about. And I don't encounter people like that very often. And I'm hoping you're one of them. Are you that woman? Please give me a call. And you know that a journey always
This guy.
begins with the first step.
I can't walk.
Gotta read that.
And I hope that if you like what I'm trying to say or you'd like to know more about me, to please write.
That guy drinks Coors Light all day.
He's got an MBA. He's a body designer.
That was wonderful.
Good gravy.
Please write.